Snickerdoodle to Christmas. Y'all, sorry. You probably got notified I was going live like 30 minutes ago. And then my mom called me. And then I literally, as I'm hanging up with my mom, because I'm like, Mom, I've got to go live because the baby's sleeping and I've got literally minutes. I never know if she's going to sleep for 30 minutes or an hour or 2 hours. I never know. And so I was like, Mom, I got to go. I got to go live. And then Emily called me. And then but I answered because I never answer when Emily calls. But I was like, okay, I'll take it off. But she's wants me to walk. Her friend is going to make the ocean trays. And so she's like, I need you to walk us through this. I'm like, oh gosh. I'm supposed to be live right now. Okay. So I put the coupon codes at the bottom of the screen. Hi, everybody. Okay. Sub coupon is going to give you 50 cents off of everything that's in the sublimation section on the website. So go to iwantglitter.com, hover over products, get the drop down menu, go over to sublimation, click on sublimation, everything, the pre-sublimated tumblers, the sublimated sheets, the sublimate decals, like all the sublimation, anything that's under the sublimation tab on the website will be 50 cents off with that coupon code sub coupon. So if you put 10 things in there, you're going to get $5 off. Does that make sense? Okay, so everything sublimation is 50 cents off right now with that coupon code sub coupon. Then glitter, as always, 50% off with the glitter coupon code glitter50. Okay, those are the awesome things. Okay, so now, also, just in case if you missed the very end of my live last night, I've begun a health journey that involves me eating lots of beans. Trust me, the first time I heard it, I thought the woman was talking in code and she was talking about maybe like some kind of drug we're not allowed to talk about like on social media that will get banned. So, you know, how people were like, oh, I'm going to take horse parasite cleansers but I'm going to take it myself. And they're like canceling everything. So I'm like, is she talking in code? What is she talking about? And then I'm watching and she's talking about how these dramatic changes in her life and how she learned it from somebody else and how and all this. And then I realized I'm like, no, she's actually talking about just eating beans. So then I started researching it. I research everything to the tens. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And so I started eating beans. And the effect on my body, it's only been 5 days. The effect on my body, the effect on my mood, my sleep, my tolerance for the shenanigans of my children, my brain fog. Like, I mean, I still forget things. But the brain fog is like, it's crazy. And all I'm doing, I'm titty. All I'm doing is making sure I eat 2 cups of beans every day. I just ate my bean salad. My favorite is kidney beans, which I don't know why. And yes, but I'm like, now the kids know I go toot toot, toot toot. But I will take the toots to be able to sleep and have the brain fog, just the brain fog lifting. It's crazy the effect eating 2 cups of beans a day. Just 2 cups of beans. But yeah, toot toot. But tooting's not weird in our house. We make it normal. I'm not going to raise girls that are afraid to toot. I have a best friend who can't poop in public. So I'm going to make sure my kids are comfortable tooting wherever. All right. But anyway, so I just finished my bean salad for the day. I made 2 batches, so I have my bean salad for tomorrow. I actually really like it. So and this is not my first experience. I used to do a raw diet, and I would allow myself to have beans, even though they're technically cooked as part of my raw diet. I bet back then it wasn't because I was doing it for the beans. It was just to make it a little bit more dense. But oh my gosh! And I like dice them. I'll dice. Anyway. So I like beans in like a bean salad or like a dense salad. So my jam. Anywho, okay, we're gonna do rhinestones today. So sub coupon is gonna get you 50 cents off of all the sublimation things on the website underneath the sublimation tab. Everything there. Okay, that coupon code will work until 9 o'clock tonight. It was on valid yesterday. I made it go ahead and be valid all the way through today. And then glitter 50 is going to get you 50% off all the glitter on the website. Now, today's rhinestones are called Oil Slick. This is probably as far as rhinestones go. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to be this bold as to say this is going to be my favorite resin rhinestone mix that we've ever done, because it has 3 of like my favorite rhinestones in it from resin. I am extremely fighting the urge to start another Tumblr because I want to do it on my villains Tumblr. It's the morally gray. I prefer the villain. Girls like bad boys like book or bad girls book series because it's gonna match this so good. I'm gonna start it. I already know because I want that Tumblr, but I'm like if I'm just decide to just use them a little today, I'm gonna probably put it on this guy because I've already started that one. This would also go good with the evil apple. This is also going to go really good on the undiagnosed. This is also going to go good on the howling wolf. This dragon, the skull. Yeah. The dragon sitting on the, I've started this one obviously already. Skull, our sugar skull. Will do so good on there. It's going to look, oh, it look really good on the northern owl. So today, anyway, you'll see, you'll see. Okay, it's a very dark mix if you can't tell. It's going to be a very, very dark tones. Very dark, all dark. There's nothing in here taking it light. It's all deep, 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 dark jewel tones. So you know, just so you know, it's good. Okay, here we go. We're not doing the microphone because I realized I charged this piece of the microphone, but I completely forgot that this piece needs to be charged, and I forgot to charge that piece. So we're not trying the microphone again today. I think that yesterday I didn't have my pieces charged enough. I think that when I plugged this into my phone and then I plugged this into it, assuming that this would make this work, and I think it didn't. I think that was my problem yesterday. So I got to charge that piece. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna do this. I am wearing the same sweatshirt as yesterday. I've changed my clothes. I'm just wearing the same sweatshirt. Did I say oil slick? Yes. Am I going to share more of my health stuff with you? At 100%, because literally everything that I have deep dive researched and slowly started implementing, I do one thing at a time so I can kind of track like what each thing is doing. Because if I did it all at once, then I wouldn't really know which thing element is changing what thing. But yes, I'm on a journey to. So Jay's asking if I'm going to help, and I will. I may be doing it on like Sourdough Sisters because it's more kind of like that vibe. It's not crafty, and so I may be doing it all there to kind of keep it like niched down our things. But oh my gosh, the things, the things, the things. So I'm about to start the internal journey. We've been doing everything external. I've even started it with the kids, and I'm about to start the internal journey and different like things. I'm gonna write a book someday because I'm trying to. I have a very rare central nervous system disorder condition. I don't know what they call it. I don't know. I don't think too much about that. The deep dive that I haven't done is on my own thing, but I'm like, can you join Sourdough Sisters if you don't do sourdough? I actually recommend it because I don't do just sourdough over there. Sometimes I just bake, like I just did a whole thing with like pumpkin muffins. Yeah, so it's not all, it's just me. We call it Sourdough Sisters because we share our sourdough things, but you don't have to do sourdough at all to be over there. Yeah. I may also do it on our Pin Zone Party of Five TikTok. I don't know. I haven't, and I'm just going to be sharing my journey. I'm not going to even be trying to teach it or like influence it at all. I'm just gonna be like, this is what I'm doing, and this is the changes that I've seen. I mean, I don't even know if you guys have noticed on the last 3 lives, like I feel so much more like myself from the freaking beans. From the beans. Okay, here we go. The other one we'll talk about the skin thing with my skin cancer issues that I've always dealt with my whole life, but then you're gonna do mermaid tears. Oh girl. Love it. Yeah, Emily's bestie, her other bestie, They've known each other their whole life, so I'll let it pass. She's gonna make ocean trays. She bought the trays and she's gonna do the ocean themes inside of them. So they were having me do a quick rundown of bleep blop bloop. So okay, here we go. So this is gonna be oil slick. Okay, now let me sort these by color because they're not by color. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I'm trying to sort out these colors. Okay, here we go. We're going to start with simple black. This is just going to be our base. Nothing fancy here. Time has flown by today. All of a sudden, my kids are going to be coming. Oh, I'm going to be sharing this in Sourdough Sisters, but I found like an 1800s dough bin, it's called, from like when they, like a bakery, when they would make, it's like if you've seen a dough bowl, it's like a dough bowl, but it's giant. And I found it at an estate sale today and I almost died. And these people that run this estate sale know my parents. They all go to our church and they know my parents very, very well. They know now us because we go. And I was like, Steve. He's like, I know. He's like, it's so cool. And I bought it. I'm gonna actually replace a piece because I'm not allowed to bring anything in this house that I don't know exactly where it's gonna go. And so I'm gonna replace a piece of furniture that's over kind of in my kitchen area. And I have an old tiny scale from like cowboy days. Like when I say cowboys, I mean like the wild, wild west days from like the old depot stores where they would have to like measure out their flour on these. And it's a big, anywho, I'm so excited. Have no idea what that has to do with anything other than I found that today. I'm very excited. Ivan doesn't know about it. He bought it for me for Christmas with my own money. But he happened to ask me, he's like, what do you want for Christmas? I'm like, don't you worry. I'm shopping for myself. You can wrap it up. Oh, yes. And these estate sales, they know my parents, so they even know when to tell my parents, like, they told my parents this is going to be a good one. And I, not only that, but my soul was fed today by the ocean today because this estate sale was a beautiful house, like literally on the cliff over the water. So their whole backyard, the little back deck, the waves were crashing right underneath it. So I'm like, I just like slowly shopped the things on the back deck and just enjoyed the ocean. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Black base. Okay, simple, blah, blah, blah. We just throwing those in there because if you're going to go with all these colors, you kind of need a little extra blacks in there. Okay, now this one, we're going to ramp up slow. Hold on. This one, I'm obsessed. So this is going to be like, Tristan, it's our glitter color Tristan, but darker. So this is going to be this super dark, almost holographic blue, but like the ultimate darkest blue possible. Sorry, these are going to be in the tiny sizes. She sent me 2 of the 6s, but I'm going to put them both in. Okay. And then the 10s. Okay, these are all the same color, just multiple sizes that I'm putting into this mix. So you're kind of seeing the oil slick here. But let me show you. Yeah, it's very nice to be out on the beach. And the baby was so patient with the thrift store, the shopping today. They had a light that I really, really wanted. Oh, I should have got it, Christy. I didn't even think about, I'm going to make Christy and Christy and her husband. They had this old, I can't explain. It's just an old light fixture. And I wanted it, but I spent all my money on the dough bin. But look, okay. Oil Slick. Okay, so these are the most beautiful. These flash all the different levels of the blue, but it's very, very, very dark. You can see on camera they almost look black. Okay, that's the first one. But the dough band, when I say this, I'm not, so it's so funny because the guy when he's helping me get it, he's like, "Oh, I think it was sitting here on the shelf." I'm like, "Oh no, 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 it's big. It's big." That's why I was like, I can't buy this until I decide where I'm going to put it. But I have a piece of furniture that kind of broke in the move. And I love the piece of furniture, so I was holding on to it. But this gave me a reason to not hold on to it. Okay, now this is going to be very similar to this one, but it's a little bit brighter. So this has got more of like a royal, like a almost like an electric flash of royal blue in it. So you can see the difference in the blue. This one's like a dark midnight, and this one's like a brighter royal blue. I told you guys this mix is super duper dark. Darkness. Okay. Now we got those two in there. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay. Now we're going in. I'm going to show you the big stones so you guys can really see the color of this next one. This is my favorite resin rhinestone. This is going to be in mixed sizes, and then we're actually adding extra little sixes. Okay. Because we know we love those little bitty guys, so we're adding extra sixes. Okay. Ooh, parts. Shaky, shaky shakes. Now, when I say I'm trying to heal myself with my central nervous system disorder, I'm not trying to get to a point where I'm going to always have these shakes. I think it's just part of my nature, my body now. But I'm trying to get to a place where I can manage the symptoms enough where I don't have to take the medication. You see, I struggle with it even now. Like what that just happened, that was my body shaking. That was not, look at me, I'm saving every little stone because that's my favorite. Picking every single stone up because this is my absolute favorite. But I'm not, with all this health journey, I'm not trying to, I don't think it's going to go away. Maybe it will. I don't know. I'm just getting to a point, hoping to get to a point where I don't have to take medication for it. Oh, I could have done some damage at this estate sale. There was about 5 pieces of they had, this whole family, it's amazing. Oh, it's a long story. I asked the history of the family and stuff. I always do because I find it fascinating to shop at these estate sales. I have so much respect for veterans and stuff that went through but look at, okay, now do you guys see the oil slick? Does it make sense? And this company that does these estate sales, they know, like I said, they know my parents. So my mom, my parents are on the mailing list, but she would literally seek my mom out and be like, "You got to come to this one." And that's what she said about this one. When my parents were out of town, they were up in the mountains with my kiddos. They took my kiddos up to do some fun Christmas light stuff with them and just have a nice little holiday experience with them. And so my mom was like, "You better go." And I was like, "Oh, I don't have any money because it's Christmas shopping season." But I was like, "I'm gonna go just in case. I'm gonna limit myself to $150." And the table, because it was 50% off day. Today's 50% off day. And so this thing was half price. Oh, look at this with those beautiful blues. I would even say you don't even need to separate these out. Now you can clearly see the ones that are the blue, the bright blue versus the dark blue versus the multicolored ones. I don't feel like you would need to. I would say if you're doing a tumbler like this one, just go in and just go scatter method, but in your detail line. So pretty. So pretty. Okay. What is sub coupon? Sub coupon is 50 cents off of anything that's in the sublimation section on the website. So sub coupon is 50 cents off everything. If you go to iwantglitter.com and then you hover over products and go to the drop down menu and go over to sublimation and click sublimation, when you click sublimation, everything that pops up is going to be 50 cents off with that coupon code. Yes. So, but the dough bin, I bet this thing is, I bet it's it fit in the back of my truck. I bet it's 3 feet at least wide. And I'm hoping my flour mill and my big doomsday prepper size thing of wheat berries that I have fits inside of it so I can store them inside and then put it on top. And then I'm going to put my reverse osmosis water thing on top. All my health things. I've gone nuts. But little things along the way, just making changes. But I'm hoping I can kind of use it. And then I'm going to have my little scale thing to hold my fruit over the top of it. Oh my God, I'm so excited. But they had so many amazing, like when I say antique, I mean antique. And I wish I had the full story to these, but I only bought the dough bin because I only had $150 and it was original price was $300 and he sold it to me for $145 because Betty had actually picked out this little dancing Christmas tree toy. So I was like, I don't have 150. I was like, because I have to buy this toy. He's like, I'll sell it to you for $145 and then you still have the $5 to get the toy. Yes, they're called Oil Slick on the website. Are they not up? Sorry, my internet is done. I'm using my 5G today. So you guys know last night we were having major internet issues because we were actually having major internet issues. They're bringing in a guy's coming to our house to fix it. Oh, yeah. Well, they know us, Cindy. Like they know me. They're like, hi, Betty. And even Steve goes, are you going to buy something big today? Because every time they've seen me, I'm buying, like, I bought an armoire for the girls' bedroom. I bought a patio set. I bought a barbecue. Like, oh, you don't see them on the website. Okay, hold on. I did it on my phone. It's because the internet has been real rough today. Hold on. I've linked my phone. My computer is now set up to the internet on my phone. Oil Slick. They might not be in today's deals. Hold on, let me tag them. Oh, they're not at the top of today's deals because I didn't have enough internet to do that. That's probably what it is. Hold on, let's see if it's going enough. Today's deals. But if you search Oil Slick, it'll pop up. Okay, yeah, there we go. Call me, honey. Yeah, it's going to be currently at the very end of today's deals. Let me move it up. Oh, there it is. And all right, I'm moving it to the top of today's deals. And then this is the glitter bundle. Flynn, I mean, obviously Flynn. Flynn is literally like, it didn't come up with Oil Slick. That's weird. Okay, it should be at the top of today's deals now. And then Stedman. I remember when Stedman first launched, he sold out so fast, and then we were able to get him back in stock. And then Remus. Remus is a blend of holographics and metallics. So Remus is gorgeous. Okay, so Remus, Stedman, and Flynn. All right, y'all. I'm gonna jam because that she's probably awake and just up there playing. She's like the easiest kid sometimes. Sometimes she's rough. But like I bet she's awake and she's just in there talking to herself. She's just probably in there hanging out because I don't hear her crying. I don't think I'd hear her just chatting to herself, but I can always hear her when she's crying. So Oil Slick is up on the website. Don't forget sub coupon. That coupon code is only going to work until 9 o'clock tonight. Okay. Also, I'm going to share with you guys these nails. I'm terrible at putting them on, but so far, these things feel like professional nails. I used Gorilla Glue. That's my secret. That's what I was going to tell you guys. Now, I did get these are definitely nicer tips called Honey Love, and I trimmed them short. They were already short, but I have to cut them very short. So they were the short tips, which is probably short for everybody else, but I need them to be like nubbed down. They can't even stick over the top because my life, My life be like, my life be like, yeah, my life is nuts. So, because I stopped getting my nails done because I just didn't want to be paying $100 anymore. You trim them down too. Yeah, I cut them. I literally trim them and then I file them as short as they can go. There's literally like very little extra there. All right, y'all, I'm going to jam. Happy Saturday. Grab you some oil slick. I'm going to resist every urge to start another tumbler with that. Hopefully it lasts for a few days because I'm almost done. I finished this tumbler. I finished this tumbler. Well, I shouldn't say I finished. I still want to do this butterfly and this butterfly. Mm, I can actually use today's Fearless. I mean, I can use today's rhinestones on it. Okay, this is what I'm doing on. So I always only want to do the two and those two. And then I decided to go ahead and do that butterfly. I'm going to outline this butterfly, outline that butterfly, and then I'm done. I thought I was done and I remembered it had butterfly. Okay. I'll see y'all later. Bye, everybody.